What would it be like if, the resources that God had brought to this church, the creative resources, if we all kind of pulled our energies towards something bigger than our own artistry or our own particular goals.
We weren't really looking to make a record or music in a traditional sense.
And then really, what would it be like to then bring songs of worship, corporate worship, that are coming out of what those writers and artists are sensing God is doing in our midst. And there's something very powerful when a church begins to reproduce and reflect what God is doing in the individual lives in a corporate sense. This is something that God is doing, and we want to respond to that with a unified heart.
I mean, it's really kind of wild to be a part of something like this.
I feel what's going on with worship at our church and what happened on that night represents an overflow of what's going on with our people.
It's just an outpouring of how we all are growing and moving in the same direction.
We were saying, that's what we're supposed to do with our life. Allow our faith to shine for everybody else around us to see.
Surrendered to all of who God is and His purposes, His will, and His way. We don't talk about worship as being this style of music or something, which is totally not the point. Worship is all of who we are, surrendered to all of who God is and His purposes, His will, and His way.
Basically, music is a form of language, so we would develop our own sort of language through worship music within our own community.
You are giving people far beyond these walls the opportunity of experiencing worship within the people's church.
I think God's done some really cool things through our songwriting because of messages that have come out of this stage, series that we've done, passages of scriptures that we've studied all in this room together. We would love for other people to look within their own community of faith, in their own church, and go, we have the opportunity to do that as well.
What we were doing was to encourage an artistic outlet within our church community.
It's been really cool, and hopefully other people will see a glimpse or just a fraction of what God is doing specifically here, and they can kind of follow suit. So we hope that Shine Out comes from being more than just a song, that it'll just kind of represent a little bit of the passion that we have in just trying to be real with our life and faith so the world can see it.